A lot of people have wondered this, but the real answer is usually more interesting than the myth. Have you ever wondered why we make these strange barking noises when something is funny? It turns out laughter isn't just about jokes, it's a deep-seated survival tool. Today, we're looking at the hidden social mechanics of humor and how you can use this knowledge to read any room. Alright, let's start with the real-world problem. Laughter often feels out of place, like when we laugh after a scare. This is actually its original purpose. Laughter likely evolved as a way to tell our ancestors that a perceived threat was actually a false alarm. When you see someone trip but realize they aren't hurt, that burst of laughter signals to the rest of the group that they can stop being on high alert. It's a primitive all-clear signal that helps a group transition from stress to relaxation instantly. Unlike speaking, laughter is controlled by an older part of the brain responsible for raw emotions. This is why it's so hard to stop once you've started, and why forced laughter often sounds so off to our ears. Authentic laughter is a physical reflex, much like a sneeze, which makes it one of the most honest forms of human communication we have. Research shows you're 30 times more likely to laugh when you're with other people than when you're alone. This proves that laughter isn't just about funny content, it's a social glue used to build bonds. If you find yourself not laughing much, it might not be a lack of humor, but rather a lack of social connection in that moment. Laughter isn't always about being friendly. It's often used to navigate social standing and power dynamics in a group. In professional settings, people subconsciously laugh more at the person with the most power or status. This compliance laughter is a way of showing support or submission to a leader without saying a word. By observing who is laughing at whom in a meeting, you can often map out the actual power structure of an organization. Laughter can be exclusionary, acting as a fence to keep others out. When a group shares an inside joke, the laughter reinforces their bond while simultaneously signaling to outsiders that they aren't part of the inner circle. It's a low-cost way for groups to maintain their identity and test the loyalty of their members. When a situation gets tense, a well-timed laugh can act as a pressure valve. It signals that the violation or conflict isn't actually a threat to the relationship, allowing both parties to save face. However, use this carefully. Laughing during a serious conflict can be misinterpreted as mockery if the timing is off. Not all laughter is created equal. Knowing how to spot the difference between a real laugh and a strategic one can change how you read people. Real laughter is Duchenne laughter, which involves the muscles around the eyes, not just the mouth. When someone genuinely laughs, their eyes crinkle, creating crow's feet at the corners. If you only see the mouth moving, the person is likely polite, laughing, or trying to mask their true feelings. Nervous laughter is a physiological response to anxiety or high-stress situations, often appearing when something isn't funny at all. It's the brain's attempt to diffuse internal tension and signal to others that you aren't a threat. In a negotiation, hearing nervous laughter from the other side can be a sign that they're uncomfortable with the current terms. When two people are in sync, they'll often mirror each other's laughter patterns. This is a sign of high rapport and mutual trust. If you find that someone isn't mirroring your laughter, it may indicate a lack of connection or that they're currently focused on maintaining a professional distance. Laughter isn't just a sound, it's a full-body event that changes your internal chemistry. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. These chemicals can actually increase your pain tolerance and create a temporary sense of euphoria. This is why laughing it off after a minor injury actually makes the physical pain feel less intense. Laughter is one of the fastest ways to lower cortisol, the primary stress hormone. High cortisol levels over time can lead to inflammation and heart issues, so regular laughter acts as a biological reset button. It's not just fun, it's a necessary maintenance task for your nervous system. A deep belly laugh engages the diaphragm, abs, and even the shoulders. This increases oxygen intake and stimulates the heart and lungs, providing a mild aerobic effect. While it won't replace the gym, the physical exertion of laughing is why you often feel physically tired but relaxed after a long fit of giggles. Finally, let's look at the benign violations theory, which explains exactly what we find funny and why. For something to be funny, it must meet three criteria. It must be a violation, something is wrong. It must be benign, it's actually safe, and these two must happen simultaneously. If a situation is too safe, it's boring. If it's too dangerous, it's scary. Humor lives in that perfect middle ground where we feel safe enough to play with danger. Humor that targets people with less power is often perceived as a threat rather than a benign violation. This is why punching down usually fails to get a genuine laugh from a broad audience and instead creates tension. Understanding this trade-off helps you use humor to build bridges rather than burning them in professional or social settings. To use this knowledge, start by observing the why behind the laughs you hear today. Are people laughing to connect, to show status, or to diffuse tension? By becoming more aware of these signals, you can navigate social situations with more empathy and avoid the mistake of using humor that alienates others. That's the practical version of why we laugh. The big idea is to understand that laughter is a social signal first and a response to comedy second. By watching for genuine eye engagement and understanding the power dynamics at play, you can read any social situation much more clearly. If this helped you understand the hidden mechanics of your social life, like and subscribe for more practical guides that help you navigate the world with more confidence. If you liked this, leave the next why question in the comments.